I shot this video on November 22nd because it would be my last chance to apply my final snow mold fungicide because of the snowstorm forecast to arrive in the next day or two. Most universities and other professional sources recommend an application of fungicide just before the first lasting snowfall of the season, and newer research suggests applying an additional application a month prior to this application. You may have seen me make that application in my video called Preventing Winter Damage of Perennial Ryegrass. I used a granular Propiconazole fungicide then. It's a group 3 fungicide. I'm using another granular fungicide called Heritage G for this traditional application. It's a group 11 fungicide. It's always good to alternate fungicide groups so that the fungus doesn't develop a resistance to either one of them. You can find this kind of information on the product labels, so always read and follow the product labels. I recommend that you do that online before you purchase any fungicides so that you don't goof up and buy the wrong one. Normally you need to have 60 consecutive days of snow cover to get gray snow mold. Our snow cover usually lasts even longer than that. Gray snow mold is my biggest problem. I rarely see pink snow mold here, but I have. Fungicide applications for snow mold don't always work. In fact, I used fungicide last year and it didn't work at all for me, but it has worked very well for me in previous years. Last year we received early deep snow cover that lasted the entire winter. That deep snow cover insulated the soil and kept it warmer than usual for a longer period of time. Just like Propiconazole, Heritage G is brown in color, and it's very hard to see coming out of the spreader. In fact, I can't even see how far it's being thrown by the spreader. I set the spreader to a low setting, and I'm trusting in my past experience with this spreader and making 2 or 3 directional passes to ensure that I get even coverage. Well, here it is 2 weeks later as I'm editing this video, and that snowstorm that provoked this fungicide application never materialized. But that's okay. I'll just have to enjoy the lack of snow cover for as long as I can. It did rain, however, and water the fungicide in for me. The longer I can get into winter without snow cover here, the less I'll have to worry about snow mold. Below freezing temperatures at night, we'll have a chance to slowly brown and dry the grass out a little before we eventually do get lasting snow cover. Snow mold needs to have succulent green grass to flourish and do most of its damage. The browning of the grass helps prevent that. The label on Heritage G says that it can be reapplied in as little as 10 days, so I'm ready to go for another application when lasting snow cover finally does arrive. I'm only going to apply it to the front lawn because it contains mostly perennial ryegrass that's more prone to winter damage. The rest of my lawn is Kentucky Bluegrass, and it recovers from snow mold pretty well on its own. I have noticed, however, that snow mold damage can make the spring green up a little bit slower, and heavily damaged areas of grass can become more susceptible to other stresses later in the season. Fungicides can be expensive, but if you have perennial ryegrass or serious snow mold problems where you live, maybe fungicide can help your lawn. Remember, lawn care is meant to be fun, and you can do it.